Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Akil, and today I'm going to give you guys my list of my top 10 favorite TV shows of all time, guys. Yes, this is my final top 10 list for a very long time until I do a top 10 favorite movies list again. That'll be revisited actually in 3 years from now, something like that. But I will still be doing top 10 favorite movies of the year, most anticipated movies of the year, blah blah blah. But in terms of top 10s that aren't related to anything new coming out, for example, like this, I won't be doing these type of videos for a very long time. Now, if you guys don't know, I've done this month alone top 10 videos for favorite franchises, and last week I did it for favorite directors. Now, on Monday, I was supposed to do it, but then, I didn't do it. I apologize. So I'm doing it now on Friday here. And I'm just gonna jump right into it, guys. So before I start, I want to ask you guys in the comments down below, what are your top 10 favorite TV shows of all time? You don't have to include honorable mentions, but this is the first time I'm actually including honorable mentions because there are some shows that I can't go on without mentioning. So, honorable mentions. First up is Mad Men, a really great show, a really great performance by John Hamm. The whole cast is incredible in this show, and a lot of great characters, a lot of great character arcs, and John Hamm playing Don Draper is one of the best TV performances I've currently ever seen in my entire life. And that ending, though, probably one of, if not right now, the most emotional ending I've seen for any TV show. Well, not in terms of final scene, but there are some scenes in that finale that are just so powerful. It's just amazing. I love it. Another show I want to give a quick shout out to and make as an honorable mention on this list is Once Upon a Time. Say what you will, but I really dug the show when I was younger. And this show came out when I was 11 years old. I remember seeing ads for it on TV and all that, and I saw it. I saw up to season 4. I saw all 4 seasons, and by that I mean I saw the 4 that was out that time and all that. I never saw 5. I saw 1 episode or 2 of season 5. I never saw 6, and I never saw 7, which is the final season. So yeah, but I did really like Once Upon a Time when it came out. So yeah, and I also love fantasy and fairy tales. This type of story is cool. That's why I got the book series Land of Stories. I read some of the books. It's kind of in the veins of that and all that. But anyway, final honorable mention is Justice League. If you have not seen this incredibly well done and well thought out animated show, you should. It's only 2 seasons, but it's worth it. It's so good, and I just wish there was more to it. I know they continued it with Justice League Unlimited, and I know that's a better show for people, but for me, I prefer the OG Justice League team. This is the Justice League team I grew up with Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter, of course, Green Lantern, not Hal Jordan, but John Stewart, which was an interesting choice, which is why I really can't wait to see what they do with John Stewart in live action or whatever. But anyway, I really do like that Justice League animated show. So yeah, now let's get on to the top 10 without wasting any more time. Hopefully this is not a very long video like the one I did last week. That was my longest top 10 video ever. But anyway, I'm just going to jump right into it right now. Number 10 is Timeless, guys. Yes. Now, Timeless is a great time travel show that unfortunately just got cancelled. It was one of those shows that just ended up like many shows do. They just what happened? What happened? Now, it did actually have 2 seasons, so that's good enough. But still, I wish there was more to it than meets the eye with this show. That doesn't make sense. But this show really is more than meets the eye, if you know what I mean. But it's a fun time travel show, and as someone who's open to the idea of time travel and all that, I really do love a show like this. And although it's not world history, it's American history, I still really dug it. I like the 3 main actors and characters in this show. Abigail Spencer playing character Lucy. The guy Matt Watner, who voices Anakin Skywalker in the Clone Wars show. He's in the show as well, and the villain Garcia Flynn is a very fun villain, a fun performance, and I really do like that role that the actor brings. But overall, it's a fun show. I really do enjoy it. And if you haven't seen it, do check it out. I believe it's on Amazon Prime right now. I don't know for other countries, but for us here in Australia, I saw it on Amazon Prime. It's Timeless, yeah. So do watch it. It's great. Support it and thank me later because it's amazing. All right, next up at number 9, we have The 100. Now, I know what people are saying in the comments. Oh, this guy likes all these type of Y post-apocalyptic shows. You know what? Doesn't matter. This is the only CW show on this list. Flash was an honorable mention, but then got kicked off because my wish changed over time, obviously. But The 100 is awesome. I love The 100 so much because it's a show that somehow got better. The first 2 seasons I enjoyed, but after season 3, and especially the moment season 4 hit, I was all on board. I loved it. It was so much fun to watch. Not a perfect show. None of the seasons are perfect. None of the characters are perfect, but Eliza Taylor's character, Clark Griffin, is easily one of my favorite female characters on TV, and one of my favorite female characters probably right now. I really like a character. I have not caught up. I still have yet to see season 6, which is on Netflix right now, as a matter of fact. And I have not seen season 7, obviously, as well, because I haven't seen 6. And I know that 7 is the final season, and it's great to see that the show ended off with a total of 100 episodes. I think that's a fantastic run for a show like this. It's not super long and drawn out. I think that's a perfect number for a show like this. But you have to understand something. This show does not have over 20 episodes in the season. It's like 16, 13 episodes. And it makes sense because a show like that, it's pretty big budget. It's got a pretty big budget. It's got a pretty diverse cast, diverse group of actors. So yeah, it's not easy to get everyone on board. But it makes sense why the show isn't like The Flash or like a Legend of Tomorrow. Well, not like that, but like there's some CW shows that have over 20 episodes. Yeah. But nevertheless, The 100 is amazing. It's really good. Watch it. It's on Netflix. It's awesome. Next up, number 8. My second favorite animated show of all time. Everyone loves Avatar The Last Airbender. For me, this is like my Avatar The Last Airbender. No, I didn't grow up with it, but I really enjoyed it. And it's Voltron Legendary Defender. Yes, now I know Avatar's not on this list, but still, it's both are really good shows. However, Voltron is something special. I had no idea how good the show would be, and I watched it. I fell in love with it. I love the characters. I love the animation. The voice acting is fantastic. The dubbing, I should say, or maybe the original voice acting. I know. I think it's dubbing, right? Yeah, because I believe it's like Japanese or Chinese. I think it's Japanese. Yeah. But anyway, DreamWorks, they did such a great job choosing a project like this, and Netflix, thank you for giving us something like this. It's amazing. It's really, really good. I know some of the Netflix animated shows at times can be hit or miss, but this one, if you have not seen it, it's great. Obviously, it's in the veins of anime and all that, but it's really good. And I'm saying Avatar The Last Airbender because it has that kind of feel to it, with the action and the humor and comedy and all that. So if you love Avatar The Last Airbender, you're going to love this. But it's a very different genre, so keep that in mind. But it's awesome. It's so good, and the theme song's kind of cool too, I'm not going to lie. Alright, let's move on. Number 7 is On My Block. My goodness, guys. I really, really love this show. It is not my favorite teen show of all time. That belongs now to Euphoria. That one season alone just knocks it out of the park. But knocks like this out of the water, like On My Block, if you know what I mean. But Euphoria, I feel like if I put it on the list, it's a bit unfair because it just has one season, and it's also kind of cheating. But On My Block has 3 incredible seasons, and again, just like The 100, a show that keeps getting better and better over time. And I feel like once season 4 comes around, it will be interesting to see where they take the show, because season 3 ended off in such an interesting way. It's kind of sad, but I wouldn't spoil it, but kind of interesting. But overall, I really do like this show. It's really fascinating at times with the way they explore, young adult teen drama life and all that type of stuff. Well, not teen drama, like teen life and all that type of stuff, young adulthood. At times, it can feel a little bit, weird and, different with the humor and all that, a bit out there. And some of the storylines kind of make you feel like a Scooby-Doo-esque type of show, kind of like Netflix's Outer Banks as well, with mysteries and all that. But overall, it's still a really fun show, and I really do enjoy it. Alright, number 6, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yes, guys, a really funny show. Andy Samberg is hilarious in this show. It is really, really, really funny. I love all the characters in this show, but Andy Samberg in particular is just amazing. Another show I have not caught up on. I've yet to see season 7. That's not on Netflix yet, so I can't watch it. I did see season 6 at the start here when it came on Netflix here in Australia, but I have to say this. If you have not seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you are missing out because it is probably one of the funniest shows you'll ever see. I know there's obviously better sitcoms and comedies out there, but this is the only sitcom I watch because I heard a lot of people talking about it, a lot of people I knew watching it, so I gave it a shot and I loved it. And it's the only sitcom I actually care to watch. I'm sorry, guys. I know there's other ones out there, but this is the only one I watch and I absolutely love it. It's so hilarious. Please watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, guys. It's amazing. Alright, next up, we're on to the top 5. Now, I know I'm speeding things up a little bit, but it's just because, again, I don't want to make this super long and go super in-depth like my director's wish, but number 5 is Batman the Animated Series. Oh, wow, guys. Oh, wow. This show is like beautiful. It's like looking at art at times. This show, the animation is incredible. The voice acting, again, is so good. Kevin Conroy is the perfect Batman. Like, for me, Bale, live action wise, is the best. But in terms of voice, Kevin Conroy is the best. Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker as the Joker, that's amazing. It's so bizarre, but it works so well. Everyone in this show is great. You know, all the characters, you know, all the villain origin stories, those are some of the best episodes. Robin's Reckoning, the two-part episode, that was amazing, you know. And say what you will about Robin in the show, but, well, at least from maybe, you know, people who don't like Robin, but overall, it's still a very Batman-centric show, even though season 2 of the show is titled The Adventures of Batman and Robin. I think that's what it's called. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Anyway, I love the show. The first season has like so many episodes. Why? Because they just did it like that, I guess. Bruce Timm, the whole team behind it all was amazing. This kickstarted a new wave of DC animated shows and superhero animated shows, and it really proved to people you can take a character like Batman and make it dark and gritty, but still make it fun and entertaining for all audiences. And this show proved it. It was amazing. It's legendary. It's iconic. It's one of the greatest like TV shows of all time on IMDb, and like it's under like the top 30 or top 50. It's amazing how high it is, but and also shocking and surprising. But again, it's so good. Please watch it. It's amazing. I have all the seasons also of this show on DVD. So yeah. Alright, number 4, a show that's recently on my list. It recently got added after I watched it, and that is The Wire. Words cannot describe how perfectly written The Wire is. Season 4 is, in my opinion, the best season of TV I've ever seen. 1 and 3 was similar. 2 was the weakest. 5 was my second favorite and ended off the show really, really well. But season 4, focusing on kids and school and education and all this other type of stuff was amazing. It was so good. I loved this show so much. Also, I do want to apologize if you heard beeping in the background. Someone messaged me. I'm sorry. But anyway, The Wire season 4 is amazing because it deals with all these types of characters and puts it all together, and it's really, really well done. But overall, the show itself, it's so good. Jimmy McNulty, you know, Bunk, you know, Shakima Griggs, you know, Lance Reddick as Lieutenant Daniels, who becomes like commissioner and all that. Spoilers, but a spoiler word, I should say. But anyway, if you have not seen The Wire, watch it. It's amazing. I told my friend actually to add it to his like playlist on Binge, which is that streaming service that I got in Australia, that I could watch The Wire and some of these other HBO shows as well. But The Wire is so good. I can't even talk about it that much because I feel like everyone should just go watch it blind, you know. And some of these I haven't even talked about the plot about, you know. And that's the great thing about TV shows. You can just go in blind and watch. And I know I should be talking about the plot more, but it's something completely different, you know. But I feel like The Wire, people have heard it being talked about enough, so I don't want to spend too much time in it, and some of these other shows as well. But The Wire, please watch it. It's the best writing I've seen on TV ever by far. It leaps and bounds better than everything I've seen on TV so far this year. It's so good. So good. Alright, number 3. Daredevil. Yes, it's Daredevil. Now, I know what you're thinking. Daredevil got cancelled or killed. Why are you putting it on the list? I know, but this show has 3 incredible, almost perfect seasons of television. You know, the first season was great. The second season I thought was even better. But the third with, you know, a possible Bullseye origin story was so good. You know, every action scene is done so well. Every, you know, line of dialogue feels so realistic and all that. Well, obviously it's not meant to be real, but it feels real. It feels like this could actually happen. Now, obviously the stuff that goes on the show is very far-reaching and over the top at times, but still, it's really good. This show really understands how to make, hand-to-hand combat feel real, and it's amazing. Charlie Cox is perfect as Daredevil. I really want him to come back into this role and come back into the MCU, because now that, there's a new deal going on with Marvel, including all these Netflix properties and characters into the films and all that, I would love to see Spider-Man and Daredevil team up. It'll be amazing. Also Punisher as well. Bring them all on. Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, whatever. It'll be awesome. Yeah, I love Daredevil. Vincent D'Onofrio also as Kingpin. That guy's menacing. That guy's so good. Yeah. Alright, number 2. Stranger Things. Now you guys know, everyone on the planet who's seen this show knows how great Stranger Things is. It's, I guess, a new big show, like right up there with like Game of Thrones. Like, it's become like this big pop culture phenomenon, and it's again very highly rated. It's like on the top like 100 shows on IMDb, and I know no one cares about that, but I do. Stranger Things is great. Stranger Things is really, really fun, really exciting, and it's probably the most entertaining show I've ever seen in my entire life. And I can't wait for season 4 whenever it comes out next year. Hopefully it comes out next year, fingers crossed it doesn't get delayed again. But I'm all for Stranger Things season 4. I can't wait for it. Every character in the show, Millie Bobby Brown as 11, Winona Ryder, David Harbour as Jim Hopper and all that. All the kids, Mike, Will, Dustin, Lucas, even the new girl, Max. Everyone's amazing in the show. Billy, well, he's gone. Sorry about that. Spoilers again. But Stranger Things is awesome. I love it. It's so good. So much fun. Go watch it. It's amazing. And finally, number 1, my favorite TV show of all time. Right now. Because there's still so many shows I have yet to watch. And that is Suits. Surprise, surprise. A legal drama that's also kind of a comedy drama, in a way, is my favorite show of all time. How? Why, you may be asking? I have no idea. I saw this show all in 1 year last year. I started it last year and I finished it last year because it ended last year as well, which was the perfect time for me to watch the entire show. It just so happened that that same year the show was ending. What do you know? And I saw all 9 seasons and I fell in love with this show the moment I saw it. It was so much fun. It was kind of an addicting show in ways, in a way, Also, not a lot of episodes. It doesn't go to even the 20 mark. It goes to like 16 episodes a season. I know season 1 had less, like 12 or something. And season 2 actually had, season 10 actually had 10 episodes, I believe, yeah. But it was still a really damn good show and I loved it. Suits is awesome. Gabriel Mark, Patrick J. Adams, Gina Torres, Sarah Rafferty, Rick Hoffman, of course, Meghan Markle. Everyone in the show is amazing. Everyone in the show is amazing. I love Harvey Specter, right up there with Don Draper as one of my favorite TV characters of all time, if not my favorite right now. I love Harvey Specter. I love everything he stands for. Excuse me, guys. I'm alright. I'm not dead yet. Anyway, I love Suits. It's amazing. It's so good. Please go watch this incredible show. I highly, highly recommend it. I recommend all these shows, They're so good. But Suits will take a while. It's 9 seasons, so keep that in mind. Anyway, guys, that is it. That is my entire list of my top 10 favorite TV shows of all time. I don't know how long this is because I'm using iMovie, but you can tell how long it is based on the video. But hopefully it didn't go on too long. If it did, I apologize. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. My favorite show, just to remind you, is Suits right now. And I'm also currently watching X-Files. I'm up to season 2, episode 19. Yes, I'm really enjoying X-Files so far, actually. Will it be on this list? Who knows, guys? Who really knows? But anyway, I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing so far from the show. I really love the Mulder and Scully dynamic. But anyway, that is it. That is all my top 10 lists done for a while. Next video on the channel is going to be for Mank. That's coming up pretty soon, December 4th on Netflix. As well as George Clooney's Midnight Sky. Also coming on Netflix like December 23rd, I believe. A few days before Christmas. 2 days actually before Christmas. Also, Wonder Woman 1984 is finally actually coming out in theaters, which is great. I can finally see this movie. Finally a big studio film coming out. That's something that I've been looking forward to for a while now, actually. So yeah, hopefully I can see all those movies in time before the end of the year. But apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching all the top 10s this month. I know it was just free, but really. Also, again, thank you for watching all my videos so far this year. It's been awesome. Keep an eye out for the rest of the videos coming at the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. My name's Akil, otherwise known as the Comic Director, and I'm signing out.